Everybody. All right, what's going on here? I don't know. Third base. All right. So, sorry. Well, I haven't even smoked anything. Anyway, so this is the Brooklyn Teddy podcast. I guess this is playing live right now. This is going to be unedited. I'm trying to figure out how to use the software. I usually do the Brooklyn Teddy podcast every Wednesday around this time. It's usually just a recording, and I, upload it and do all that good stuff. So, I don't know. This is a test. It's going to be a little bit like making sausage. I'm going to see how many viewers I get, if any. So this should be interesting. I don't know if this is even going out right now, but hey, what the fuck? I know it'll be recorded. I saw that part, and I'll check it out. So this is the Brooklyn Teddy podcast. I'm going to start the actual recording, audio recording in the background. And all right. So you may not hear anything for a little bit because I have to do this, start the program and record. So I don't know how this is going to sound there, but hey, what the fuck? Here we go. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go. I'm actually listening to music right now, so that's why I'm bopping my head. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, one and all to the Brooklyn Teddy podcast. I am also doing a unedited version on YouTube. I don't know if anybody's gonna watch or anybody's whatever, but I'm live broadcasting right now, and we'll see how it goes. So, how's everybody doing in YouTube podcast land? Hopefully good. Let's see what's going on. So, if you're a fan of the Brooklyn Teddy podcast, you know that I just take whatever topics and unfortunately a political turn for the Brooklyn Teddy podcast as of late. I floated in and out of this, but I mean, you can't ignore what's going on. So last night was the big State of the Union with old Donald Trump there, everyone's favorite. I think like 30%. Seems crazy. So I don't know. Listen, fans of the show know how I feel. Listen, I didn't like fucking Trump before he was president. I sure don't like him now. And yeah, and I knew exactly. I mean, he walked that tightrope there. He said a couple of, on the edge, but he had to be, president. Like, and I guess if they write it for him, and he follows the script, he's good at that. He's a good, pretty decent script reader. I'll tell you that much. Just when he goes off script and he goes right into the racist stuff and, shitholes and fucking president of the United States. Like, this is just crazy. And it's so weird. Like the other day, I have a son and he's a young kid, 6 years old, and he's got this little folder and it has all this kind of stuff, this notebook, and there's this notebook there with all this silly information. Like your what the heck is this? Continue, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Like I said, this is going to be a strange podcast for a lot of people. And I know there's other stuff here, and I messed around with it. And all right, anyways, looking in the kids' notebook and stuff, and you know how it says all the presidents, you see George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, and you see Donald Trump. It's still it's still like, oh man, what the fuck is going on? Oh, these smokes. So I don't know. I'm trying to. I'm the audio portion of the we're going to download. I seem a little distracted, but it's kind of a double test. Trying to figure out how I can do both of these things at once, because I'd like to do more of these live things and just get used to doing it more often. it's a little sad. I picked this time, and I enjoy another video cast there that comes on at this time. Watch that on replay. Anyway, Fada Mike. If anybody watches that, Fada Mike is a pretty cool channel to check out there on YouTube's. I don't know. Something seems funny. Oh, here we go. No, that's not it. Thing that I'm missing. Looking around with this. That's what I needed. The control room. I don't know what that means, but anyway. Okay, so now, all right, so that's good. All right, is this, is that? All right, so that's good. I'll turn that back on. All right, so I don't know who's watching this. I don't see my chat. I don't see anything. I don't know. We'll figure it out. There's probably people saying hard, but is there any whatever? It doesn't matter. Anyway, so on with the show. Enough thing. I'm not bog up my audio on my Brooklyn Teddy podcast to give you all the nod. Like I said, it's like it's gonna be like making sausage. So let's start the show, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I thought it kind of started, but last night was the State of the Union, and yeah, I couldn't watch that shit. Like I said, I knew he was gonna, and whatever. I can't watch that. I couldn't. I didn't like The Apprentice. I think I watched part of like season 1 or 2. I don't know. For some reason, but for whatever reason, I watched it. And it's just like, this is bullshit. Anyway, so on one end, and then the Democrats, horrible. Joe Kennedy. I don't know. I don't know. The optics were horrible. It was just like, oh, and then on top of that, I hear that that old I don't know. He had those, he had that awesome, Irish red hair there. I don't know. I was gonna steal a joke from a comedian and then use it. And I know I'm not gonna do that. The joke was, okay, I'll paraphrase the joke. Aren't Irish people upset about McDonald's using Irish stereotype? Anyway, this guy can't even do the joke. Anyway, so yes, he had the red hair and whatever, and the Kennedy name and blah 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 blah, and it's just the same old shit. And on top of that, anti-cannabis. And we don't need you. And then he's drooling all through the thing. Yes, he was nervous, spit coming down his face, and everybody, of course, that's what everybody focuses on. Trump sucks. I know we all know that shit. Drool. No pot. You should have fucking took a couple of hits. You'd have done that shit before you did your speech. You came out cool. You had a little dry mouth and would have been drooling all over the place. You fucking asshole. Any of them. This is our choices. So we have Donald Trump on this side and Joe. This is fucking bullshit. So then the other Jimmy Kimmel gives a little dig, and he has Stormy Daniels on his show later on that evening on his program there. And obviously Donald Trump and Stormy obviously what happened, and she got paid, and so that's the best is he questions it there, because she can't talk about what happened. Kind of winks it off and goes, he goes, so can you say that if you have a non-disclosure? And so she does have a non-disclosure. She can't talk about, but of course she has a non-disclosure with Trump, and he cheated on Melania, or she was knocked up with poor little Barron. Just more shit. And the Christian evangelicals, yeah, he's a man of God. Like, it's all fake, man. It's all so many lies and so much bullshit. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. And the big note of contention is in the immigrants and this and that. Listen, I've said it before, and I will say it again. I'm looking around here. I'm trying to see where is my. Oh, here it is. I lost the screen there for a second. Where am I? Who am I? What's going on here? We're on YouTube. But anyway, yeah. So Stormy pretty much said, yeah, I did it with the Donald and Jimmy Kimmel. painted a fucked up picture about like Donald's like sitting in his bed. Well, his McDonald's hamburger wrappers. Stormy, you could be with me here tonight. Why are you on the Jimmy Kimmel show? Imagine Donald sitting there with, oh God, it's so gross. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, talking about the immigration, I know something has to be done, okay? And I know there's some really good people going to come to the country and, you know, they want to be good and and it's nice and all that good shit. But I don't know. Hold on. I gotta stop something and do something. All right, hold on. Stopping that. The actual recording thing. Then I'm gonna take this and put this here. And I don't know, something. The stuff that I'm missing from the live broadcast. So I have shut off the audio recording part just in case you want to know. I don't know why you would. Oh, here's my chat. I was looking for chat. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see. All right, so that was good. So I got my. This is. All right. The fuck is so? I'm glad so many people are watching. It's nuts. And blah, blah, blah. All right. Well, obviously, I'm not fucking bothering anybody because nobody's even looking at this. So, and there's something else. I remember I had a little banner down here. What the fuck is it? Where is it? All right, we'll see what happens with that. And for the people, well, for whoever watches this video, I don't know if there's anybody watching now. I don't care. But I'm just saving this for my own record. But anyway, right before, like I set this up, I was gonna make it go live at 11:30, whatever, have the stuff to do, and just try to download the software. Something, and of course, Teddy decides, yeah, I'm going to do this today. And then guess what happens? I go right to YouTube after I'm ready to, I set everything up. I get everything. I have to go drop off my wife at the train. And I come back here, blah, blah, blah. I set it up and it says error. Eternal error. All of us, I go, what the fuck? And I'm having issues downloading whatever. When I watch other videos and other live things, I'm like, how come they got so, it's just ridiculous. There was an error loading your app. This app did not load because there appears to be something wrong with it. All right, so let's cancel that. I don't know why I don't have a banner down here. I did it before, but anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. All right, so fuck the banner, and I'm gonna continue with the Brooklyn Teddy podcast, and I have to go back. All right, so it's a little, you know, bouncy, whatever's going on. I'm trying to figure out, do two things at one time. And I want to thank everybody for listening and downloading the Brooklyn Teddy podcast. Thank you so much. If you haven't yet, head on over to Brooklyn.com. Yes, BrooklynTeddy.com. And you can help support the podcast for as little as $1. You can support the podcast there. And if you help out, whatever, I'll send you a sticker. I have prints of a tattoo flash that I drew. You might want to get one of those. Yeah, so you can hit me up there at brooklynteddy.com. You can always hit me up on BrooklynTeddy13 on Twitter, and there's a Facebook page. Just Google Brooklyn Teddy podcast, and all the stuff will show up there, and you can help out the podcast, whatever. Like I said, BrooklynTeddy.com. You can help out by donating there and helping out the podcast. So how's that sound? Sounds good? Bad? I don't know. Ugly? I don't know. But anyway, so I'm a little distracted because I'm doing the video recording. So bear with me, okay? Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. So Stormy fucked Trump and Melania knows, but she'll probably stick around because a lot of money. But I wonder how much you could get if she divorced that motherfucker. Wouldn't that be a crazy thing for right now to happen too? Melania Trump files for divorce. A divorce proceeding during his oh man. Let's just turn this to a real reality show now. Just fuck it up. I don't know. It just all seems very, very insane. His prices are insane. And yeah, so he was the news outlets are he was a disciplined Trump, fucking asshole. And then recently, just now, a director of the CDC, the control to the woman that he got the job. What's her name? Dr. Brenda Fitzgerald. She's the center of disease control. She put her as the head. As soon as she got there, forever, she bought a lot of stocks and tobacco companies. She's like, fucking let them die, those motherfuckers. I'm pulling back all the fucking ads for tobacco. Let them smoke themselves to death. So I need some money. Fucking goddamn. That's fucking rich, man. And these are supposed to be like learned people, the grown. Yeah, I'm gonna buy some, get a lot of stock in tobacco. Oh, she might have just looked up and you should have put some stock in the opiates. I don't know. That's the new hot commodity there. You know what they say? The gateway drug is just a doctor visit away. All right. So yeah, that's some creepy stuff going on there. Did anybody see the rare blue supermoon, blue blood moon last night? Damn. I wanted to see that shit. Or is that one tonight? There's some moon tonight. That's moon? I don't know. There was a moon last night. Some kind of moon, some kind of special moon. I don't know what kind of moon it was. Was it a wolf moon? Was it a blue moon? I don't know. But anyway, I was on the interwebs and I was looking around and I was like, well, I saw all this stuff. The blue moon, whatever, howling. I don't know. People were dabbing. I don't know what kind of stuff was going on the internet. I said, all right, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to check it out. I got to see what is going on. And guess what? It was fucking freezing outside. I made it as far as the front door and I looked out, tried to see the moon. And then I had to figure out like, oh, maybe I have to go out the front door, but there's no moon. I have to run into the middle of the street. I'm in my pajamas. Fuck the moon. Forget the moon. All right, there's supposed to be some other kind of thing going on tonight too. Let's see if I can check that shit out. I don't know, but I've been told. Oh Lord, what are we doing here, ladies and gentlemen? What the fuck are we doing here? Ammo dealer tied to Las Vegas massacre claims gunman wanted to put on a light show. I don't know. I laugh. It's just beyond me how insane everything is around the world. So yeah, so that was Stormy Daniels, and then we had Brenda and another stable genius move. CDC. I buy some stocks and the fuck. What is this? I don't know. Okay. And then he had the thing there, and then there was what was it? Democrat Luis Gutierrez. I don't know. He's a Democrat. What is he? He walked out of the thing, but he did. And then they go, oh, they're like, boo, and they're yelling USA. This is a wrestling match. The Republicans like USA. Iron Sheik came out. This is so fucking lame, you know? Fucking come on, man. Anyway, so this guy, he walks out and, you know, he gets a thing there, and he's like, I had to leave a little early because, you know, I gotta go run to Univision, you know, and hablarle el español. He gotta talk Spanish. He's gotta go over there. He's gotta run out because he gotta make it over there. He's gotta beat the rush. So he left the show early, and then he got called out. But so what is it? Oh, he's a congressman from Illinois. So the Chicago native began, even though I disagreed with almost everything he said. For Trump, the speech was clear and well delivered. Whoever translated it for him from Russian did a good job. That shit's a good dig. That was a good dig, man. I don't know. I liked it. Yeah, man. Think about it. And on top of that, the guy is Puerto Rican. So, you know, Trump is really doing good with the Puerto Ricans, boy. Holy shit. Boricua. What the fuck? That's pretty funny, though. That is pretty funny. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? Oh, man. Look how many viewers I got. Holy, I can't believe it. Brooklyn Teddy Podcast live on YouTube, mother flowers. All right. So what else do we got here? Oh, yeah. So that was that. He walked out. So we got that out of the way. All right. So that's pretty good. We got some interesting stuff here. And then, of course, I'm going to move on to the current situation. I got a lot of junk on my desktop here. The current situation. So is, you know, they're little by little, it's hopefully something is going on. I know they're supposed to expand the medical. He put Murphy, I talked about on the last podcast, the new governor, Phil Murphy, in Nueva Jersey. Put in the medical thing, hopefully for cannabis users, and hopefully that'll get straightened out, and hopefully it'll get a little bit better. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. I need a little water. All right, so this is going to be organic. I'm not shutting off anything for anybody. Some delicious. Sorry about that. All right, man's going to do what a man's going to do. Gonna have a little bubbly water. Get that. But anyway, so the whole cannabis thing here, it'll pass. I mean, this is fucking. I mean, there's a little, Canada's, this is not that kind of town. Oh, can you see it? My nose is kind of gross. Anyway, I'm sorry about it. So yeah, there's been towns that have been rejecting it. So then there's this place, North Andover, which already sounds kind of whatever. And I'm looking at the lily white crowd here on the interweb. But all right, so let's So they've decided no. So there was going to be a huge. They were trying to build. Okay. So here, after more than 2 hours of heated debate, residents here voted to ban recreational marijuana, cannabis facility, effectively killing a contentious plan to turn part of the former Lucent Technologies plant in one of the world's largest cannabis growing research facilities. Okay, opponents of the proposed 100 million Massachusetts Innovation Works projects cheer the screen, blah, blah, blah. So they voted it out. So they got this big place built by Lucent Technology sitting there empty. So this doctor wants to set up to grow. They're going to have a grow facility. They want the research going on there. They've done all this stuff, jobs, blah, blah, blah. And they said no. All right. So obviously there's some money behind this. So they're going to, I bet you let the bidding begin. There's got to be some town. There's got to be some group of people in Massachusetts that wants this. It's just they probably had the thing. So I don't know. The ignorance just keeps going on and on. So I don't know. The two that have signed on, Asbury Park is like, fuck yes. There's a few people on the shore. Like, I know there's a few communities there. The Jersey Shore. I forgot some places I've never been to. I don't know if I even want to go there. That said no. Okay. So the deal is when cannabis becomes legal, and I guess I don't know. They keep saying it's legal, but I think they just want to sell it. That's all they want to do and make the money off of it. But no, they're supposed to, this and that. So there's a lot of things to work out. But at least we got somebody who's pointing in that direction. Now we don't have fucking fathead Krusty, doing the same shit. Excuse me, Chris Krusty there. Oh god! Oh, my glasses hit the microphone. That's nuts. Anyway, so we're pointing in the right direction. There's still a lot of stuff. So there's East Town. They're still in their hysteria, and it's not that kind of town. And my favorite thing to do is to look at the comments, because some of them are pretty good. So I don't know about that. Let me see. And then there's some really intelligent ones. So most people are incredibly ignorant on the topic of medical cannabis. They think using it is getting everyone high, and apparently they are too blinded by their prejudices. With this Weaselina, oh boy, Weaselina, which make them seem as informed as the people who made the film Reefer Madness. To read up on how much of the medical cannabis being used does not cause any kind of high, but reduces. Oh, that's the CBD stuff. So listen, I don't understand. There's a lot of weird stuff here. Okay, so. All right, let's talk about medical. All right, so I'm sick. Oh, my back hurts, this and that. Okay, oh. And it does. Well, not right now, but it's kind of, okay. So, my back hurts. So I go to the doctor. This is what they do. I go to the doctor. And he goes, all right, this and that. He goes, there's really nothing you can do. You have some kind of weak muscle back there. Well, that's what he tells me, some shitty thing like that, right? They take a bunch of x-rays, they radiate me up, but I still got the pain, this and that. So the options are they give you an anti-inflammatory pill, painkillers. We all need that in our life. And if I had the option, I would go for cannabis. Okay, not just smoking. I would take an edible, and I have for my back pain. And the only thing that I have to work out is dosage. I mean, okay, all right. So I have those options. I've taken the anti-inflammatory, and that made me ill and made my face I don't know, something weird, whatever. I had some kind of weird allergic reaction. The painkiller thing, I don't know, and I'll be honest with you, I have taken more than not recently. When I had that a really bad bout, and I said, and I got a prescription or whatever. I would take a little bit more extra, you know what I mean? And still it'd be it could numb you out, but you still feel a little grinding pain. And then you have the extra added amazing little extra little flavor there that you're gonna get, because you could die from the shit or get addicted. All right, addicted, but so bad that you'll die or do all kinds of fucking horrible things. Listen, I have smoked cannabis throughout my life. I probably started way too early, and there was huge gaps in between where I didn't smoke at all or it wasn't available, whatever. But there was never I'm gonna fucking give blow or whatever because I gotta get that weed. No. That shit doesn't happen. It's a you'll get a craving, you'll feel upset, you'll try to get it, and if it doesn't happen, whatever, fuck it. I've gone years without fucking smoking weed. Years. And all of a sudden you'll find that moment, boom, and it just, I don't know. So anyway, so you have those three options. Let's say we have those three options. So then the cannabis one, number one, of course, so we don't know how much to take, this and that. So it becomes kind of like an herbal remedy to help you out. But no, they just want to clamp everything down. It's I don't know. But anyway, the best option there would be the medical cannabis there. I hope for me, back pain and sleep. Oh my God. I've gotten my hands on some edibles, taken in a legal state, of course. And I don't know. One was not that great. I barely felt shit. So I was like, "There's a ripoff." Then I found another one from a more reputable company, and that was perfect. Okay. And when you take Vicodin or you get high off that shit, You get high. And then there's the other variable. Like I played for you, whatever, I don't know, whatever podcast that was. And there was, Maria Shriver. And so there was like this thing about pot moms and all that shit. And it was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. They'll smoke a little weed or whatever, take the edibles and whatever, and then hang out with their kids and whatever. And then they come back to Maria Shriver and they go, oh, you're from California. You're living in California and all that stuff. And you were married to Arnold Schwarzenegger, who pretty much lived. Anyway, you live in California, blah blah, and they're trying to say like, "Oh, are you around?" And she goes, "No, that's not my generation. My generation was a glass of white wine and a Vicodin, and that shit'll kill you, man. You can die from that shit. You can just die. Like I could smoke. I could smoke so much. I mean, how much could you smoke? You fucking just go to sleep. You go, oh, my throat hurts. Edibles, you'll eat so much you'll sleep that shit off or you'll throw up. That's it. You're not gonna fucking die from it. The only thing is if you have some kind of mental problem, like if the mental problems are run through your family, then maybe you shouldn't deal with that shit. All right. I'm just giving you the heads up. Don't fuck with that shit. All right. Go see, like, you can't even go, like, people with mental conditions like that, like schizophrenia, blah, blah, blah. They're not even supposed to go to silent retreat meditations. Okay. So that just gives you the balance there. Like, oh, and there's probably a lot of other things you can't do if you have those issues, but whatever. So those are the options. So that they create this whole thing. Oh, getting high. But meanwhile, they go have their little fucking cocktails. That's okay. And they pop their pills. Then they stop breathing and they die, but that's okay. So anyway, so this particular town says no, but I bet you there's like how many liquor stores are there? I wonder how many. Has there been any ODs on opiates there? What's the other thing? And then statistically, you can look this up. I've looked it up in the past, but it's pretty much that what has been seen and documented is in cities and towns or states that cannabis has been introduced, especially medical cannabis, the rate of opioids use has gone down. I mean, if you do it right and you get yourself a heavy dose of one of those edibles, you forget it, you won't need. But the whole thing is this: so that wean yourself off, get the right dosage, and then we have an endocannabinoid system that, guess what, needs vitamin cannabis. So I don't know. It's just the hysteria and the racism, and basically cannabis was made illegal on the grounds of racism. This is what this is what it's all about. Green lives matter. You know what I mean? This is fucked up. They changed it. Cannabis and derived from canvas. You guys should watch. I put it up there. Where is it? Well, just Google it. Hemp for Victory. That's a good one. That shows World War II. Come on, we gotta grow some hemp. What's hemp? Hemp is the weaker brother or sister of marijuana. Same fucking plant. It's just different chemovals or varieties. But anyway, I don't know. And then there's like the big debate at the top. I don't know. It just makes me sick. and then you have little fucking shitty organization. I think I talked about a little bit about this there's like, I don't know, Sam and Ramp Republicans against marijuana. Like, come on, man. We know you're getting money from your drug buddies or big tobacco or big alcohol. You're funded. Who the fuck is funding you? Who? If it's not one of them directly, as one of their cronies or their buddies. Like what, that fentanyl, and what's that other guy? I don't know. Something happened to that guy, that Vegas guy. He gave all this money in Nevada casino. He's fucking Trump's friend. I don't know. Anyway, luckily that shit didn't work. But these guys are all tied in. They all got investments in that shit. But they don't have investment in that. They have investment in private jails and all that shit. There's no reason. I mean, it's just when those guys talk, something's up. You know what I mean? And the funny thing is, if you follow these stories, you go to comments, there'll be one. Yeah, the majority is like legalized. What the fuck are you talking about? This is stupid. This is just the plan. Okay, yeah. little kids shouldn't use it. Little kids shouldn't be doing a lot of fucking things, okay? You know, and let's not blame the parents at all. There's nothing to do parent stuff. The little kid will eat a gummy bear and go to sleep for 5 hours. Oh God, what could it possibly happen? You know how many fucking little kids have shot their own parents with their guns? So listen, let's talk about parenting and put that on the table. Well, anyway, so there's this guy. He's called, I don't know, Kevy Sabbath. I don't know. Some guys, they call him the Pimple. I don't know. Somebody calls him the Pimple. And this guy posts stuff there, but I mean, he's got some followers. I don't know. And who is it? Russ Belville. Is it Russ Belville? That's like his enemy. Russ Belville is really good. I try to watch his live cast. I don't really like it. I'm sorry, he's got too much shit going on the screen. But I like the audio part. The guy's very smart and good, and he did a couple of debates with him. Was pretty good. So this guy, like, I just pop up my Twitter and I see this guy, and it's like, and he's always like, there's maybe like one or two, and everybody else is like, what the fuck are you talking about? You got it all wrong. And he's got to be part of, there's some backing behind. So then, so I got wind of this jerk from an article in a newspaper here. So let me see. Is this the bogus one? Oh yeah. So here I got two here. So local newspaper, whatever. And there's and there's an editorial page, and so they send this. Someone sends a Star Ledger. The guest columnist is Jethro C. James, a pastor from a local church in Newark, good old Newark there, where shit is fucking crazy. I guess I don't know what's going on there, but like I said, they're trying to gentrify Newark. There's a Whole Foods there, and there's, I don't know, it's rough over there. But anyway, so somehow this clown gets hooked up with New Jersey Ramp, and that Kevin guy is there. So New Jersey Ramp and Sam, and they've gotten money from pharmaceutical companies. So they put this puppet, this poor guy probably doesn't know. They put all the shit in his head. He's probably 80 years old. And so then he starts with his nonsense. While Governor Phil Murphy views legalization of marijuana as a positive step forward for social justice. Because you know what? This is the funny part. Of course, Black and Hispanics get arrested more, even though, guess what? Deadheads are hey, there'll be a deadhead like right here, like be a deadhead dancing, yeah, and there'll be a black dude over there. And the cop will go, right, got any weed on you? Let me pack you. And be like, yeah, man, I'm the mayor's son. What? Wow. Anyway. But and it just goes to prove, because they just sat another statistics that in Colorado, yeah, the arrest for white teens has gone down, but Black and Latinos, worry up, boy. There you go. We gotta fill the gap here. Fucked up, and I don't know, and like why, and then I'd like to know what's going on there, like what was the reasons, this and that. Those are statistics, and you can there's a lot of bogus reports. But anyway, so creating a big marijuana type industry would only further hurt minority communities by bringing more drugs into our neighborhoods. Are you stupid? Newark is fucking, there's so much weed in Newark already. This guy just wants the drug dealers to make the money, this fucking idiot. And our homes, the marijuana and alcohol industries routinely target valuable community. So, all right, two different things. Alcohol is poison, cannabis is not. We do not need to add fuel to the fire, blah, blah, blah. We have seen the effects of this in states that have already. That's a lie. More lies. In Denver, the number of this. So he's using these same statistics that he got from, and it's the Rocky Mountain High area trafficking. I don't know. There's some weird right-wing fact. I don't know, some weird organization who puts together these studies, and they're all half-assed. They're all half-assed studies. They don't give you all the information. It's almost like Trump's State of the Union. Wow, my throat is getting a little scratchy. But anyway, sorry for the water break. But hey, this is not broadcast television. Let me see what's going on here. Sorry about that. So then he uses this statistic. It goes, in Denver, the number of pot shops lifters are greater than the number of McDonald's and Starbucks combined. Is this what we want for Newark, Trenton, Patterson, Camden, and other urban communities? Okay, so they've put this is a stupid statistic. First of all, number one, they put a whole industry against two separate entities, so two separate businesses, McDonald's and Starbucks. Okay, so this one industry has more than these two. And then the second thing is, who the fuck? This is the statistic you put up? McDonald's. Don't eat that shit. First of all, you'll die. Fucking GMO, grease. Who knows what's in that shit? It's only good for Donald. He likes it. I don't know. Who the fuck eats McDonald's? I don't fucking eat McDonald's. I haven't eaten That's fucking clown food. Get it? That's why they put a clown there. Don't eat that shit. I mean, if it's an emergency, you have nothing to eat, and there's only McDonald's. Okay, I can see, but fuck that. And Starbucks. All right, so let's get caffeine. I don't know. I don't really have anything against Starbucks, but their coffee sucks. Always tastes burnt. All right, so we got sugar, fats, whatever, and caffeine. He's sad that there's more pot places. Okay, so let me tell you about the cannabis. Cannabis, guess what? It's medicinal. Okay. Yeah, of course you can overuse it, this and that. So the comparison here is kind of funny because what would I rather have? I wouldn't go to McDonald's. I don't want to go to Starbucks. I'm going right into that. I'm going right into that cannabis store. But who knows what's going on there? But like I said, the well-informed consumer is the best consumer. So go get you. This is just another statistic done by that states it, and he probably even write this. In states where marijuana use is legal, we've seen a significant increase in youth pot use. Not true. Homelessness and workers failing drug tests. Okay. But it's a legal state. Oh man, so there's going to be a lot of jobs opening up. The number of car accidents that's another and I got another article in the same newspaper. So I'm concerned about what will happen to children who mistakenly believe it's safe and harmless because it's legal. You mean like alcohol? He doesn't mention anything. It doesn't make any fucking sense. This is just the lamest. I can't even read it any. I'll post a link if you want to read it out on BrooklynTeddy.com, baby. That's where it's going to be. If you want to check that nonsense out. But then in the same newspaper, there's another. So it's beware of bogus marijuana studies, and they do a pretty good job here. So here, I'm just gonna go run through the stats real quick with you, if you'll bear with me. Holy smokes! Look how many people! Wow, I can't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. Brooklyn Teddy Podcast, live and in your face on YouTube. That's not a booger. That's just gray hair. Okay. Anyway, so here are the three biggest myths. One, more kids are smoking pot in Colorado since it was legalized for recreational use in 2012. While recent use of marijuana among 11th and 12th graders may have increased, these rates are still lower than the peak rates in years prior. So they were smoking a lot more pot back then. So now it's legal. It's like, hey, not a little bit. Not. So to marijuana legalization. So why does whatever? Oh, that's the Rocky Mountain High cite that 27% of the high school seniors who admitted to smoking pot in 2015, without mentioning the 35% who didn't. So the statistic is a little off there. So 2005, before it was 35%. So now it's 27%. So in the middle, there's a statistic they left out. So it's still less than 2005 before. All right. Okay. So marijuana DUIs have increased, which means more drug drivers. So they're saying that Rocky Mountain, whatever, defies best practices by looking only at marijuana DUIs and noting that they are increased. This is frowned upon by experts. So the people who really do stats, and I'm sorry, another little sip, because all it tells us is that more drivers are being tested. I said this in the past. So now that it's legal, they're testing more people. They never tested them before. in their blood. They could simply show an increase in police vigilance. So we don't know. So not drug drivers. Excuse me. And because THC stays in your blood, and it stays in your blood for about 3 months, I think. No, about a month. No, 3 months. I don't know. Testing positive doesn't say much about impairment. It just proves someone had used marijuana in several last weeks. This tells us nothing about the driver's condition at the time of the crash. Yeah, they're testing. They never tested before. Stupid. They have to do legitimate tests, like, oh, and they got to test for everything every time, not just all of a sudden we started THC, more accidents. You never tested it before. With 0 accidents, right? Because you didn't test. Stupid. And I just recently saw they have like a cop just decide that you're high. Like, what the fuck? There was some kind of sobriety training thing and it was like some horrible shit I saw on the news, and the lady didn't smoke weed or anything, and even her blood test came back negative, like she didn't have any cannabis in it, and they just wanted to fuck with her, man. It's just, I don't know. I just want to here's a I'm gonna send out a protecting vibe to all the good people out there who smoke weed. You know, if you're a good person and you smoke weed, I'm gonna protect you, all right, man. If you're doing fucked up stuff, you're on your own. But yeah, I'm gonna give you the special Brooklyn Teddy magic rub. All right. Keep us away. Don't drive around. If you're gonna drive with cannabis in your car, get one of them baggies that don't smell. All right. Don't do stupid shit. All right. That's what I read. I go online. I go police blotter. Well, whatever. Had a broken tail. I was speeding and then had some weed. And like, I'm innocent. All right. Anyway. The fueling. Okay, so legal marijuana is fueling a crime wave. So that same Rocky Mountain, whatever, ignores any facts of putting illegal dealers out of business and instead combs the news for those that still do exist, citing case examples like pot deals end in gunfire when buyer realizes they bought broccoli. Boy, you gotta be really dumb. It highlights anecdotes from a Colorado official pronouncing that marijuana is a gateway drug to homicide. Oh, okay, sure. And then they point to Ralph May. Ralph May was going to a lot of issues. God rest his soul, Ralphie May. Ralph May went through a lot of stuff. He got that divorce, fucked him up. He was working his ass to death and whatever. He was too stoned to go on stage. There's a lot more to that story. But anyway, had trouble finishing a joke. Okay. To argue that pot causes all kinds of crimes and calamities without good evidence to back it up. Yeah. Cannabis does it. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. The truth is, states that legalize marijuana have seen dramatic decreases in pot arrests, saving millions of dollars and preventing the criminalization of thousands of people. And they haven't seen the corresponding increase in youth marijuana use, driving under the influence, or crime that some feared. They haven't seen it. So this Rocky Mountain, whatever the fuck they are, the RM, whatever, the RMHIDTA. Google it. So the truth is, states that legalize marijuana have seen dramatic decreases in the pot arrest, saving millions of dollars. I read that. Criminalization of thousands of people, and they haven't seen the corresponding. Okay, I read that. In Colorado, Washington, and Alaska, the rates of pot use among high school students, largely resemble national rates from the Drug Policy Alliance notes. So they have all this stuff. So they in the newspaper, it was just that ironic that in the same newspaper they have, but I guess, freedom of speech. That's the real amendment, the freedom of speech. Trump don't like freedom of speech, right? Says fake news. You're talking about me, it's got to be fake news. You know what I mean? Because I only do good stuff. You know what I mean? Stormy Daniels, fake news. Yeah, sure. Oh, America, what the fuck are we doing? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't curse. I'm live. I shouldn't curse. Should be, come on. Sorry, but there's no advertisement here. I don't know. So that the past is this and that. And I don't know. I was gonna wrap this up. I think. And I'm gonna go check out Florida Mike and Ruby Doobie and some other folks there on the channel. I don't know. I wanted to talk about there's a lot of crazy stuff going on the plane. Then they kicked off that Instagram model with the booty. What's her name? They kicked her off the plane. That was kind of fucked up. I saw the video. It was like, what? Do you want to get kicked off this plane? And they're sitting in I don't know. I've been planning some trips. I don't want to sit. And I keep hearing people sitting on a plane for 4 hours, and then in a movie, I'll freak out. I would freak out. But anyway, so if I don't freak out, can I bring an emotional support animal with me? Is that going to help? Nah, my dog's breath stinks. I'm not going to bring that guy. I don't know. I don't think that'll work. But someone decided to you gotta get a little support, like the people bring those little doggies, come here, little doggy, and they sit with them, which is kind of the you have to buy a ticket for it. I wonder what's cheaper. Yeah, and you don't want your dog in the bottom of the cell down there, those other animals freezing, and I don't know. You always see that stuff in the movies, when they go into the belly of the plane. There's all those animals and whatever, and what did I just see that was weird like that? Oh, Trading Places. Yeah, and there's like a gorilla. It's really a guy in a suit. Watch that. It's been a while. Trading Places with it's kind of a good movie to watch in this time right now. With Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. Old school. It's called Trading Places. Check that shit out. Anyway. So I got my little animal here in the plane. But this person, come on. decided to bring a peacock. What? Tell you, what'd you say? A motherfucking peacock. Oh yeah, they try to bring a peacock. So you can't bring a full-size shampoo on a plane. Apparently, you can't bring your emotional support peacock either. United Airlines turned away Brooklyn artist Ventico. Had to be from Brooklyn, right? Brooklyn artist Ventico and her big bird Dexter after she tried to bring the service flight into Newark Liberty, and she was kind of going like, I can't bring my peacock. Ventico even bought the colorful bird, which has its own Instagram account, its own seat, but it's a ticketing area of the airport. The other did not meet the guidelines. So there you go. Wow. Peacock. Male peacocks are actually the more attractive of the birds. The female peacock is really not that pretty. I don't know. That's your peacock moment here on the Brooklyn Teddy podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, since I'm doing this myself and I got the thing there, that's the podcast. I thought I had 174 viewers. That's over. It's podcast 174, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Brooklyn Teddy podcast. I want to thank everybody for listening. And dealing and being part of the first live, ladies and gentlemen, Brooklyn Teddy podcast broadcast here. Did it on YouTube there. I tried one the first one that was like a test. I tried it on Instagram. That was horrible. And I don't know. I'm gonna play around with this software a little bit, see what's going on. I don't know. See how it goes. And I guess that's it, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't yet, go over to brooklynteddy.com, check it out, make a little donation. I don't know, do something. I don't know. Don't hurt my feelings too much. I'm feeling a little sensitive lately. And I guess that's it, ladies and gentlemen, and all ships at sea. Until next time, I love you all. Bye-bye.